All right, what's up with my people out there in the world, man? It's your boy Hood, man. What's poppin'? Look, let's holler about this shit real quick. I want to talk to y'all about the situation going on with this guy named Hassan Campbell. Now, a lot of people heard of him. Some people ain't never heard of him. But apparently, he's like a YouTube kind of like sensation. Like the guy been around for a year. I mean, for years, and he's been like talking about his life. You know, things going on in his life. He's from New York, some section of New York, and he's been talking. How I heard about him is that he came out saying that this guy from rap, his name was Africa Bambaata, raped him as a kid, like he was being molested. He said it lasted a lot of time in his life, so it was like 17 years old, it was still happening. Don't know if it continued after that, but he said this happened to him in his life. He was being raped by Africa Bambaataa. Africa Bambaataa is like this legendary rap guy from the Zulu Nation. So there's like really famous. When I was a little kid, that's the first kind of group I was hearing about in rap. You know what I'm saying? They was making rap music. His song that was real famous, and I'm talking about real famous as a kid. Rock, rock to the planet, rock. Don't stop. I mean, this is like, as a kid, I didn't even know that was rap. I just loved the song. It was on the fucking radio. Like, it was amazing. I didn't even know black people did it because I thought the robot sound that white people made that, you know, because it was like a robot sound, but it was a dope ass song. It lasted for generations. So this guy apparently at that time, from this guy's Hassan Campbell position, has been raping him and molesting him. So he didn't come out and say it. He never told the police. He never went to the government and said nothing about it. He never went to nobody and said nothing. So as he got older, he got into the gang world and the drug world. Maybe not a gang as far as like Crips and Bloods, but just the gang streets. You know, he got into the streets and then he started dealing with people in the streets, and that he started being a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? A gangster, you know, a person that'll do shit to people and all this other shit. You know, people be into that. So that's apparently what he started doing. So he went to jail. Now, in his position, he said he went to jail for murder. He went to jail for doing multiple murders. Is that the shit that's true? I don't know him. Maybe he did. So he said at that time, I guess he started figuring out that he wanted to start coming out and putting his stuff out in the world. So he got free. YouTube came around, and now he's telling the world about this. But Africa Bambaataa is like respected. He's a legend. People look up to him. People feel like Africa Bambaataa is like one of the greats. So it's like not many people is trying to listen to this guy, this Africa Bambaataa, even though he might have a perfectly good gripe. You know, my point I'm making behind all that is we don't know who's right or wrong. If Africa Bambaataa is right, if the guy's right. Africa Bambaataa don't really speak on this because most times when people are being accused of these kind of things, they don't come out and talk about it. They don't defend themselves. They don't fight back. They don't say you're a lying motherfucker. They just kind of let it be going down. And that's some dumb shit that the celebrities do. Think about Bill Cosby. All these people saying you raped them and you listening to your lawyer say don't say shit. Well, maybe for Bill Cosby, it wasn't such a bad situation because he ultimately did come home. But then you look at somebody like R. Kelly. 30 years of somebody saying you molest little kids and you don't fucking say nothing about it, it's kind of like you saying you do that because most people going to be like, what the fuck you talking about? I ain't messing, blah, blah, blah. But you ain't say shit. You just kind of let it be down here. So it's kind of like, I don't know. But this how those guys played those out. So now you got this Hassan Campbell guy. He claiming Africa Bambaataa did this, and Africa Bambaataa never come out and fight it. He never come out and say, what the fuck you talking about? You a lying motherfucker. He just kind of let that shit play out. And it's like, I couldn't do that. It'd be like, nigga, is you, especially if it's untrue. Like, are you fucking crazy, nigga? I would, you know. But we are different humans, and people gonna deal with trauma and deal with issues separately and differently. So you can't really be mad at him for doing what he did or responding the way he did because it's his fucking life. It's not our life. But ultimately, he ended up going to jail. I mean, not going to jail, but just kind of putting it out there. Now, they today and at this current time, they've created a thing called a hip hop museum. It's in the Bronx, and it's ran by the people, or allegedly, it's ran by the people who. And this whole story is allegedly because I don't even know those people personally. So it's allegedly that the guy who operates the hip hop museum is the people who was molested or who helped, who turned their eyes in the other direction while Hassan Campbell was being raped, which is really fucked up. Because if that's true, it's like, god damn, you know what I'm saying? That's really horrible. But is that true? These people all getting their names thrown in the mud. Some of these people I never heard of, but obviously in the hip hop world, especially in New York, they famous. They got names, they respected. These are people with, you know, credentialities. But for me, I don't know what's right in those situations. But I'm still looking at it like, damn, man, somebody got molested as a kid. Now he's got the mental issues that come along with that. And then you got a guy who's sitting so high up on a pedestal, he can't even be really attacked or driven at about this. He kind of don't even have to respond because there's no really knowing if Hassan Campbell's telling the truth. There's no real lock in on if this is accurate. It's like he never told the government, he never tricked about this, he never did nothing. He just kind of like moved on with his life. And now the hip hop museum is around and all this stuff to kind of build up the rap people. Here he come with this story. And it's like, dude, tell the truth. But maybe he is telling the truth, or maybe he telling his own truth. And so he been really going crazy on YouTube about this. But not just that, other subjects as well. Because he's pretty known on the internet. So, I'm sure people have attacked him for saying this because African Bambaataa is really respected. And then people don't believe him, and some people do believe him. But, it's ultimately his truth. So, I don't know. I don't know. I feel sorry for the African Bambaataa guy because if he did that, he's a sick person. And to not say nothing about it, and you see people dealing with mental issues, it's going to be something you got to deal with your guy. You know what I'm saying? But that guy is dealing with it right here on Earth. And for whatever it's worth, he's trying to make that guy African Bambaata's life fucked up because he's not letting up off this claim. He's not being nice about it. He's not chilling. So I don't know what's going to happen to that guy, Hassan Campbell. I think they said in recent days, and that's the reason why I'm talking about this, because they said that he got his monetization taken off his channel. And you wouldn't really see that happening if that was a white girl, if that was a female, if that was somebody, a white guy saying he was molested or sexually assaulted. You wouldn't see them take the monetization or take their channel away. You would kind of see it happen. Even if he was angry or pissed off or saying things that probably wasn't on point, they still wouldn't do that to him. So I don't like that that's happening to him. But I don't know if African Bambaataa did that. He's way older than me. I was a kid listening to his music, so I don't know if he was like that. I didn't even think about that kind of shit when I was listening to his music. I was too young. So for this guy to be around him or entrusted him, or maybe I don't know how he felt like how he was around them at that age. Maybe he was just the place where the kids went to sleep and hung out at his crib. That's what I think. That's what it was. They just hung out at African Bambaataa house. And this guy said this was happening. A lot of people say, well, damn, you went out there in the streets, you was a gangster in the streets and killing people and hurting people, but you let some man molest you and freak you all the way up to you 16, 17. How the fuck could you even do that? There's excuses for it. Maybe people say you got your mind all fucked up and warped at that time, and this man probably doing this to you. I heard Charlie Sheen was having sex with one of those white guys who was on TV when I was a kid. I think his name was like Corey Haim or something like that. He's not alive no more. He committed suicide because he went through alcoholism, having the drug issues after being a child celebrity and being molested. It's molestation rings in that world. So it was just like really deep, and I knew that about that guy, how he died and why he died. At that time, I was young, but I was like, damn, that's fucked up. So it's just the way things is going, man. So, man, watch your kids, take care of your family, and y'all let me know what y'all know about Hassan Campbell, if you ever heard of him, if this shit is true, what you think is true. Is African about a foul? Should they close the hip-hop museum? Should the hip-hop museum not even be connected to this? Like, let me know what you think about that, because a lot of questions got to be answered. And they doing a rally about it and all that shit, trying to stop the hip hop museum from having exhibits or even being ran by those guys. So let me know what you think, man. It's your boy Hood. I'm signing off. Thank y'all for watching.